My parents' no doctor unless it's an emergency rule almost made it one. In my house growing up, we didn't just have rules. We had laws of survival handed down like commandments from my parents. And the one rule that towered over them all was this: no doctor unless you're dying. My parents were convinced hospitals were for the weak. Doctors, in their eyes, were money-hungry, quick to pump you full of unnecessary meds. My dad would always say, "Our bodies are built to heal themselves. Don't waste time or money on hospitals." So, if you got sick, you toughed it out. If you got hurt, you iced it, wrapped it, and moved on. Going to the doctor was basically admitting defeat. I learned this early. When I was 12, I fell off my bike and landed hard on my arm. It swelled up like a balloon, and I couldn't even move it without crying. My parents refused to take me in. My dad kept saying, "It's a bruise. Walk it off." For 2 days, I walked around with a broken arm. 2 days. Finally, my aunt came over, saw me cradling it in tears, and dragged me to the ER herself. The X-rays showed a clear fracture. When the doctor asked why it took so long, I didn't know what to say. My parents just stood there, silent. That's how deep the no-doctor rule ran. So by the time I was 15, I was trained to ignore pain. Complaining got me nowhere. Crying got me called dramatic. My parents' philosophy was, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Until one winter when it almost killed me. It started small. I had what felt like the flu, fever, chills, stomach cramps. My mom handed me ginger tea and blankets. "Rest, you'll be fine." But the pain didn't go away. It got worse. By the second day, I could barely stand. My stomach felt like it was on fire. I told my parents, "Something's wrong. This doesn't feel like the flu."
My dad scoffed.
"You'll live. No doctor unless you're dying. Stop exaggerating." So I curled up in bed, sweating and shaking, trying to convince myself it would pass. But it didn't. By day 3, the pain was unbearable. I couldn't eat, couldn't move. Every breath felt like knives stabbing my stomach. I begged my parents,
Please
take me to the hospital. Something's really wrong." My mom frowned but stuck to the rule. If we ran to the hospital every time you had a stomachache, we'd be broke. That night, around 2 a.m., I woke up screaming. It felt like my insides had exploded. I was drenched in sweat, clutching my side, writhing in pain. For the first time, my mom panicked. She saw the look on my face and knew this wasn't normal. She called 911. My dad didn't argue this time. He just paced, wide-eyed and silent. At the ER, doctors ran tests, and everything moved at lightning speed. One of them came in and said, "We need to operate right now. Your appendix has ruptured." Turns out I had full-blown peritonitis. The infection had already started spreading through my body. I remember the surgeon looking at my parents and saying, "If you had waited even a few more hours, this could have been fatal." Those words still haunt me. A few more hours. I woke up after emergency surgery with tubes, IVs, and machines beeping all around me. The recovery was brutal. 2 full weeks in the hospital, hooked up to antibiotics, barely able to eat. My parents visited every day, and for the first time, they looked guilty. My mom cried more than once. My dad sat in silence, staring at the floor. The rule they had clung to so tightly, the rule they believed would make us stronger, had nearly killed me. When I finally came home, things were different. Quietly, without admitting it out loud, the no doctor unless you're dying rule disappeared. Suddenly, doctors' visits weren't forbidden anymore. If I coughed too hard, my mom would ask if I needed a checkup. If my brother twisted his ankle, my dad drove him to urgent care without hesitation. The irony wasn't lost on me. It took almost losing me for them to see that toughness isn't always strength. Sometimes strength is knowing when to ask for help. Now, as an adult, I go to the doctor when I need to. No hesitation. I don't wait for it to be life or death. I love my parents, but I'll never pass that rule down to my kids. Because rules are supposed to protect you, not bury you. And I came way too close to being buried.